So welcome to another Ottawa Table Tennis Club MasterClass. Today we have a returning guest, Stephane Charbonneau. He has many... Thanks everyone. As you may remember, Stephane has over 40 years of playing experience, competitive experience. He was once ranked 9th overall in Canada, and he's still competing. Last year, he actually reached the semifinals in one of the Quebec circuits. And if you don't know much about the Quebec circuit, it's a very high-level competition. So today's program is going to be about lobbing. If anybody has any questions from our online community, just post them in as a comment below the video, and we'll try our best to answer them as quickly as possible. So lobbing is basically something that you do when you're under pressure, and it gives you a little bit more time to get into position for the next shot. And it's actually something that players don't practice nearly enough. Just before we were warming up, and I realized, I probably could use quite a few more hours practice lobbing. So this is a technique Stephane uses a lot, and I'm going to leave it to him to present the topic.
Good. Good afternoon, guys. So first of all, I'd like to know about how lucky you guys are to have this here. I don't think we have anything in North America that doesn't cost any money and have tips like this. So I would like to say thanks for the club, the OTTC, for that. All right, so that's it's amazing. Okay. Also, I don't know, but once in a while, it's good to go back to the review and look at those videos as a masterclass. They're online. You can go check that, and you can always go. I learned from it too with Philip. He showed me something. Oh, I said, oh yeah, geez, yeah, I should have done that many years ago. I'm still learning. Okay, even at 40 years old, you still can learn, right? So before I start talking about the lob, though, I'm going to talk about fundamental. Okay, it's very important. All this fundamental I'm going to talk about, it's all related on all the shots. Okay, so that's very, very important what I'm going to say right now for the next 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to look at my notes here so I don't forget all the points that I put. Okay, one of the first one is you got to look at the racket. And when I say that, I always say the racket, but also look all around the guy, the movement that he does. For sure, I want you to look at the racket. I think Paul knows that. I've been telling him that all the time.
Still doesn't sink in.
No, but you must look at the racket. What is going to generate on the racket? It's very, very important, okay? So you see, if I go like this, and I go like this, see? The ball, look at the ball, I must curve this way. So it's very important that you look at the racket all the time. Very, very important, okay? So that's one there. The next one is trajectory. It's a big subject for me, trajectory. You need to know about trajectory. And when I'm talking about trajectory is, I see a lot of people, they use their wrist, they go like this, right? But they don't think about doing that trajectory. At the end of your stroke, you should always be going like this a little bit, right? You have to, even on a higher ball, I'm going like this. Look, I finish a bit like that, okay? So trajectory, it's a big thing. I see a lot of people, amateur or beginner, they use their wrist and they jerk the ball too much, okay? So that's very important. Trajectory is also an arc, it's the same word, right? Make sure you use the trajectory, okay. Weight. When you do a shot, I always think about transfer weight. All the big players, when you look on YouTube or the matches, they all have from right to left on their forehand and left to right on the backhand. They always have that little transition. Even when we do forehand, you're going to see there's always a little transfer weight, okay? Always. You see this? There's always that little rotation like this. Those are all basic things right now I'm saying here, and they're very important. Timing and acceleration at impact? Well, we have one of the MasterClass about timing. You know, the ball is here, and you try to hit the ball here. Timing is very important, okay? So when the ball comes in, right, you should always hit the ball around, about, I would say, here, about this area right here, okay? Right here, from there to there, always. And if the ball's closer, you gotta come forward, okay? When the ball goes forward, you got to. If not, this is when the lob's gonna come impact, because now I got, you know, I was in the right place for the shots. Okay. Do not rush or panic, okay? I see many people, you know, they play, you know, and so go ahead now, hit the ball, and then you know, they panic. As you see, when I'm going to do this lobbing today, you're going to see I'm always relaxed, right? I'm always relaxed. I can show you right now. I'm always relaxed. I'm moving. I'm watching. You know. So you say, "Hard, look, I can talk to you and do the shots." Okay, because I'm not rushing. You know, I'm watching, relaxing, and impact, boom, and that's it. All right, so that's for that. Oh, shorter stroke. I like to see you guys, most of it, I've been here for 5 months at this club. I see big stroke. Big stroke. The guy, go ahead, go like this. Well, go on the forehand, Steve. You go like this. You know, they go big shots. And the success is not much. I'd like to see more about shorter stroke. You know, and a bit more acceleration on the ball at impact. See? Of course, you need, you know, we're probably going to talk about the footwork I should use into the ball. Okay. All right, so try to use more short stroke with trajectory and everything like that. You will improve your game much better. So this is most of the subject that I talk about. That's very important. So you're going to see during the course that I'm going to use all those subjects. Okay, you're going to see that, you know, the footwork is important too. I didn't mention that. The footwork is very important. But you're going to see me. I'm always going to move. Doesn't matter if it's a lob or not. I'm going to be in movement. I'm going to bend my knee left to right all the time on all the shots. So that's just very important. All right. So do you think, you guys, the lob, it's a weapon? Do you think it could be a weapon, right? Obviously, because we see that online, a lot of good players, and they're using it and they're making points. Obviously, the attacker will win, I would say, 70-80% of the time, if it's a good attacker on the lob. So yeah, it's not a tool that you can always use. But if you're high level, yes, you can probably maybe win even 50% some of the lobbers that are best at it. So actually, I got a little story about that. One of the players, Sam, Jeremy's dad, I was playing the national. The category was a 2700 category. And there's a girl who was very fast, Chinese, okay, where they're all robot, they're all moving fast, attacking the ball and everything. Be number 1 seed. It was about 2600. I'm not sure if you guys, search about the rating a bit. But very high player. He was the top players on the seed. So I said to Sam, watch the match. I'm going to do that. It was a girl. I says, watch the match. I'm going to lob the girl. He says to me, no chance. Right? But this girl, the way she trains, it's all about robot. And yes, they're going to go high level because I believe a lot of, on the training and the movement, foot and everything. I really believe in that. And that's why those Chinese are the best in the world, because they train a lot on footwork. And that's why they're good. But here in Canada, they don't practice different shots. Okay? So what happened? Exactly. So I'm starting to lob. The girl was so weak, it was unbelievable. Okay? So it was kind of funny, but that's how important it is. So it could be a weapon. Sometimes you can try a few shots on the guy, see how he's going to react to the lob. Okay? So All right. So let's start it now. We're going to do an exercise now that you guys should do. So we're just going to practice the lob slowly, just like that. We're going to lob to lob, okay? So feel the ball. See? Obviously, the racket should be open on the lob. Look, my racket is always open. Okay? And you should practice that at the beginning. Okay? You can't. That's the best way to learn at the beginning. Feel the ball. Move your feet. You see, at impact, you see, I'm moving. You see, I'm moving, and then I give it a little bit at impact, right? Okay? So you should practice that at the beginning. Always. And as you see there, I'm going under. You see the racket is open. Obviously, if you're going to go like this, you're not going to be able to succeed. So the racket is going to be more open for the lob, right? Okay. So how to generate the spin? Okay, now he's going to hit a bit harder. And watch at impact. Again, it's going to be a short stroke. It's not going to be like this. Yes, when you get very good at it, you can probably do that and put a lot of spin like this in the air. Yes. But more risky, it's harder. Okay, but at the beginning, for us, so go ahead. So now I'm going to put more spin now. See that? At impact, I gave it. See that? I gave it at impact. Okay? I'm moving. Okay, so the key is to move. Open the racket and give it a little bit. You see, you heard the ball too when I got it good. You hear I always try to think about on all shots, you feel the ball go into the rubber, especially when you want to spin the ball. Feel like the ball is going to get into the rubber at impact. So you have to accelerate just a little bit. And as you see again, one more time, I am not going to go like this. Okay, I'm not going to go like this and, of course it takes practice. Try to not use the wrist. I always like to use more the body, the forearms, and the finish the trajectory on all the shots. So that's good. That's good for that. Okay, that's good. Okay, where do you think we should lob? Where on the table? Short or long, first of all? Long. Why? Yeah, back up, and it's going to be on harder shots, okay? Like, Steve, try to give me a ball over here somewhere, just like this, something like that. So what's going to happen on the short ball, I can do that kind of stuff. Okay, another one, short. I can make some curve. I can do the tennis shots when it's close to the table. You can do that. Okay, you can make some spin. So always try to go longer on the shots. Very important. So that was good. Okay. So this is very important. Always try to go as far as you can there. Now, obviously, it's better when you put spin on the ball. If I put a flat ball like this in the air, that's an easy shot for him to kill me like that. There's no spin, right? But if I put something like this, harder, way harder, and he's not going to hit as hard. So very important to put spin on the ball at impact. And again, it's just when it comes, slow, okay? All right. Yeah, try to put also different spin, okay? So when the ball comes in, coming in, sir. Go ahead. Try to go like side spin. So let's go hit some balls here. Watch now at impact. Watch at impact. I'm going to give some curve here. You see that? Now it's going to the left. No good. Here. See that? That spin over there? So the ball was going this way now. So when you practice your lob, always try to go some curve. See, now it's going this way. Now it should go towards Steve. Right? Okay? So this, you can practice a different spin, okay? This is very important that you try to create some spin. Yeah, so. Okay, now we're going to do a couple of lob. Now I want to show how to hit the ball on the lob, okay? That's also very important, okay? So go ahead, Steve. Okay. Now that he does that, what I would like to see is when I'm lobbing, I like to see the movement, and I like to see that you're ready to put the racket up right away. And obviously, because the ball is high, well, you got to go towards down. So what you should hit, you should think to hit about 11 or, is it 11? No. 1 or 2 o'clock, even 12 if you can, but most likely, you know, around here, right? Or here, you know. Obviously, if you hit here, that's going to be tough, right? You don't want to hit the ball there. Only, you can hit the ball like that. Okay, go ahead now again. Yeah, I'm going to lob, okay? You can, yeah, you can create it. Go ahead, hit the ball. But what I'm going to say is, yeah, you can let the ball go down a little bit and hit here and lob it. So okay, so you come here. I'm gonna teach you how to hit the ball now. Yeah, so you're gonna lob now. Okay. So I'm moving my feet, and see now, I'm already lifting the racket up. Right, you see? So that's very important that right away, when the guy's lobbing, you should move your feet up. So easy when the racket is already up. So you're ready to hit the ball harder. Okay? So make sure you, any question? No? This ball? I'm going to try to put over there. Okay. So I always try to, when I make that curve, okay, you must move your feet currently. So when I do that, like something like this, so go ahead now, hit on my front all the time. So Steve should be moving towards the right because I'm generating a curve to go towards the left. Okay, so Steve should be moving this way. Okay, on the lob, you can't stay still because if you stay still, you're not going to do the shots. So for the method I talked today, of course, you got to be on movement all the time. You must. Okay. Yeah, I already said that already. Where you should hit the ball there, 1 or 2 o'clock. You should try to hit the ball over here, right? It's very important.
Is there any wrist in it, or is it forearm?
Again, I suggest to go with more the forearm for most amateur, and you know, when you're very, very good, you can create a little bit of wrist for sure. But I see most players using the forearms and the transfer weight and everything.
If anyone has a question, just raise your hand. You need to bring the mic to you. That way it will be audible.
Yeah. So when you smash the ball, always try, if you have an occasion, to do a different hit. Straight hit, right? Straight hit, it's easier to lob. When you're creating a curve on the thing there, now you have to adjust. So if Steve give me something like this, okay, I'm going to have to now to think about, oh, the ball's going that way now. My ball, when Steve's going to do this, I know my ball's going towards the left. So now you have to think about hitting the ball over there so it goes towards the middle. Okay, so this is very important. So try it. It's not mean I'm going to succeed because it's a tough shot to return. The more curve you're putting. Okay, so it's a tougher shot, but I want to make sure that if I go this way, the ball's going to wants to go this way. So you got to think about hitting the ball more here or here. Okay, so that's very important. Now, where should you stand on the lob? That's also very important. Where are you going to stand? Okay, so it all depends also where the ball I'm going to lob to. But most of the time, you got to be in the middle. Okay, obviously. Okay, but if I put the ball, this is my ball going towards his forehand right in the corner. Well, obviously, I'm not going to stand here because now this is all open over there. So obviously, I'm going to come here. Now, if he hits the ball there and do it towards over there, I still can do this. Okay, so it's very important when the ball goes, let's see, towards his forehand, that you got to think about going more towards there because you can really put the ball over here now. So you got to be ready for this. Okay, so that's good for that. Okay. Any question? I think I covered a lot of things right now. What we can do is you guys can try if you want, one by one. Or do you have any question? I covered a lot of things so far.
What about the impact of the height of your opponent? Steve's not as tall as you?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make it easier to lob in?
Well, it's funny you say that because when I talk about the example of when I beat the girl, she was a short one. So yes, it's harder when the ball, is going high. So the girl's about that height, and the ball bouncing high. Yeah, it's very tough. That's for sure. Now, I didn't talk about hitting the ball right around the bounce. That's a tough shot, okay? You can lob if you want, but, it's a tough shot. You know what I'm talking about, right? If the lob comes in, it's high, it's coming, and hit the ball.
I love here, so you're on camera.
Okay, so ball's coming. Okay, it's a tougher shot. It's a risky shot, but if you practice it, you can do it. Less reaction for the other player to react because it's on the bounce, right? So for sure, yeah. Any more question? Yeah, for me, I like to take it, I put it like I said before, I like to put my arm right away up, okay? And then when the ball goes down, I go down. But sometimes I let the ball go down. You can take different way. Then you can loop, okay, on the lob. On the lob. You can loop. That's right. So when the ball comes in high, you can do a stroke and you can loop the ball. And I like to do stuff like this. I like to make curve, on the shots. Also, where it is good, go back there, Steve, if you don't mind. Lob me one. Like I said, this is a very hard shot on the bounce. But to answer your question, I like to go on top like this, for sure. I like to take the ball about right here. Bang. Depends on your height, right? yeah, of your height, you get at the ball. If it's short, she's got to let the ball drop a little bit. Of course, right? She won't be able to reach it, right? She can't go like this, right? So she get, I would say about, you know, your height there, right here, bang. And obviously you got to go towards down. Now, another shot you can do, ball's coming. A lot of people doesn't do that. Right? Let's see the guys, you know, you're doing a couple, you know, let's go now. You know, we're doing a couple shots now. We're going like this, bang, you know. And we're going bang, bang. Now I'm going bang and whoop, and then whoop, you know. So what's going to happen? Not much. The guy is too far away. And he's just probably just going to do something like this, you know. And then you can attack on top of it. Right? Any more question? Like I said, I covered pretty well most of it. Do you have any questions, Steve? Anybody's got questions? You guys want to try to? Okay.
Should we go to the tables to try?
Yeah, we can go to try, take a few tables and try it.
So just before we go to the tables, I just want to thank Stephane for coming here to do this masterclass. And for those online viewers and for you here, if you could think of any questions that you might, any topics for future masterclasses, just let us know in the comments below if you're viewing online, or you can just approach us here if you're in the audience.
Oh, also the club providing some coaching. I think if you go see Michelle and Steve, they have a few less charge when you have your group of 3 or 6, I think. So see Steve about this. It's very cheap. I think it comes to like 15 or 20 bucks.
Groups of 2 are very popular, and it's a good workout. And we're just introducing now. We haven't announced it yet, but it's called the OTTC Teams.
Okay.
And basically, those who want to get coaching and then travel to
And
competition.
how many coaches at the club have? 4, 5?
Yeah, we have 5 coaches.
5
if you
coaches
include
so
myself as
Okay.
a beginner coach. But,
All right.
yeah, Stephane, Paolo Chira, your wife Julia, and Victor as well.
Okay. So any more questions before we go to the table?
Serge.
Could you show us an example of looping?
Looping?
On a smash instead of lobbying?
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, I can do. And again, for me, I'm more the kind of player that I wait for the ball and I just give it at impact. You know, I'm not going to be a big swing. It's just, of course, you got to be in the right place. And at impact, I'm just going to give it. I'm going to think about what I explained to you. Think about the ball's going to go inside of the rubber there, right? And give it. But I'm not going to do a big stroke. And you'll see, Steve, that they're spinning it. Okay, so go ahead. Okay, this one was a bit too much. Again. He was lucky, guys. He was lucky. Forehand. Again? Yeah, I think he wants more. He wants to do more like. Okay. Right? That's what you want to see? Something like that, right? So yeah, so you're you got to go more obviously forward. That's for sure. So at impact, you want to think obviously the racket should be more open. The further you are, you got to give more towards the table, right? So the racket's got to be more open for me, as far as I know. Okay? So let's start again. See, again, I'm thinking about the trajectory that I talk about. This must happen all the time, the trajectory. Because if I was doing like this and I go, gone, right? Because there's no trajectory. So trajectory is very important. Last one. I was ready. I was ready to go more forward. But guys, the reason I'm pretty good at this, when I was young, my coach made me doing this on the tournaments. Losing or winning, you're going to go back there and you're going to lob. Yeah, I lost a lot of matches, but I was getting good at it. Okay, so sometimes you have to do it, even on the matches. So when I'm teaching things, I want to make sure that you're doing the same thing after that, practicing and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go to the tables, and I can play with one guy here. You guys can try, and we can go all around and see if you can create that, if you feel like it. Okay. So was that short or was that good?